It was a packed weekend for the beautiful game of football. A lot of talking points, a lot of goals, and a lot of big results as well. We're expecting a lot more as the Champions League returns this evening. Welcome to Football Analysis on SEETV. I am yours truly, Omolaba Karaja. You know how we do. We talk all things happening in the world of football, which a lot is currently going on, as you possibly know by now. I'm not doing the show alone, of course. I've got with me Easy Baba. Easy Baba is the AKA apparently. Ibrahim Ayobioja is the full name.
No, number one.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How was your weekend?
It was fine. Fine to an extent. I don't have to, go far into it.
I know.
Sure you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk about it, but we're still going to talk about it apparently. And we're also live on TikTok, so be sure to join us. Let us know your thoughts, your reactions across the games that you did see and the actions that actually did happen. Okay, so we're starting with the Premier League, as always.
The mother of the league.
We had... Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We had a very interesting game of football at the St. James's Park. 6 goals we had from that match centre alone. Newcastle 5, Brentford 1. We were on here while the game was currently ongoing on Saturday, and we enjoyed the quality of goals, the quality of football played really. And your thoughts about that game, because going into that game, we knew that Newcastle were high-flying. True. Massive momentum, scored 4 goals in their last game against Fulham, and Brentford cannot say the same, right? They're currently not 100. Yeah. This game, did you actually expect 6 goals?
No, I thought we expected goals at least. At the end of the day, 2 of them to get goals, but 6, Newcastle scoring 5. The outtraining looks like it's kick-started already, and it's looking all very, very nice for them. It's how would I say? Are they going to be like vying for the European position?
If they continue like this, absolutely.
They believe the Saudi-led team, the consortium that got over Newcastle, they believe they had in hiring Eddie Howe. I think he's already bearing fruit. We are seeing it because they are trying to put a little bit of trust in him. They got a few players they wanted, and some I'm pretty sure was like, hey, you guys can get this one for me. Nice, thank you, I managed. And now it's looking all good for him. 5-1 against Brentford. Brentford finished the game with 11 men, just in case you don't know. Okay. Yeah, there was no red card and they still got beat.
They were outplayed, they were outscored. Absolutely. This is one game that we absolutely have to say that the scoreline actually did reflect what the game was about. It was Newcastle all day. It actually looked as though Brentford were going to get back in the game, as going by the Antonio's penalty. It was like 2-1 game on, but the game did not game apparently.
The game no one, it was just a fortune, and their only goal came through a set piece. They scored one earlier, ruled out for offside.
One can argue that if that goal had stood,
it might be a different thing, but well, I don't know, Sha. True, might be another thing, but it looked from the onset that Newcastle were came together to claim
to annihilate anyone coming close. And annihilate they actually did for Brentford, unfortunately for them. But hey, it was a beautiful game of football. For neutrals, absolutely. Miguel Almiron continuing in his really good goal scoring from Jacob Murphy as well. Guimaraes, quality of
let's talk about Bruno.
No, it was the game.
He's the best Bruno in the league right now. Right now, I'm not saying as a whole.
You did not have to fire that.
I know. I'm not firing any shots. It's just see what do you call him? Would you call him Guimaraes? Everybody calls him Bruno.
I call him Guimaraes.
His name is Bruno. Yeah.
Okay, away from that subtle shade, let's move away now to Bournemouth taking on Leicester City. Leicester are back to factory setting, apparently, it seems. Patson Daka getting the first goal for them, getting the first goal and only goal for Leicester City. And you had Bournemouth, courtesy Philip Billing and Ryan Christie.
Boy Philip Billing.
Absolutely, he's been in incredible form.
Sure.
What exactly can we say is the problem of Leicester? Because it's looking like goal scoring, isn't it? But at the back, they just fall like a pack of cards.
Okay, so I've made a little bit of an analysis about this before, so I think I want to restate what I said. So Leicester decided to sell their best player in West Fofana, the centre back. So they didn't let it rest. The second man,
as well.
Who was the second best centre back, Kagla Soyuncu, bye bye, no proper replacements. To now look as if they wanted to shoot themselves in the leg, head, hand, and everything. is so Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel has literally kept them in the league over and over and over again. The season they won the league. That
it was impeccable.
It was more than impeccable for them. So now you sold Kasper Schmeichel. You are using Danny Ward.
Which
have you seen Danny Ward this season? He's been more than comical.
But I actually don't think it's his fault. I think he could have done better in certain situations. I absolutely have to say that. But he's also done his bit in some areas. But you cannot take away the fact that you actually did allude to you selling your two best centre backs, and without having and it's not just selling them. I think for me, being able to the way you ingratiate new players and then settle with the old and just give yourself a nice balance. That didn't happen. A lot of changes unfortunately happened for Leicester at the back as well as in goal, and that has not helped.
They sold their fence. Well, this is Soyuncu here, this is Cagliari, West Fofana here, this is Kasper Schmeichel here. We have known that team like that for like 2 seasons, at minimum of 2 seasons, right? So now the 3 of them, boom.
And we're seeing that as a problem.
And we all know Ndidi has not been Ndidi.
He's been struggling. He's not been back to that impeccable, that all-powerful form. So it goes without saying that there's a reason why Leicester are seated in 20th.
There is no fault of the manager in this. The manager is trying his best
to just stay afloat.
To stay afloat. To an extent, the board. I'm pretty sure that's why they are here to sack him, because they know we are taught at this. We knew we were meant to get reinforcement. We did not. We decided to sell our best players without reinforcing them, and now we are finding ourselves in this quagmire. How are we going to get out of it? Retain the coach, wait till January, get proper players. Then by March, if you see you're not moving ahead, Rogers.
And it's very interesting that Leicester are seated in 20th place, and yet they've scored more goals than the guys above them. I mean, talking about the top, say the 4-5 clubs above Leicester. Yeah. They've scored 15 goals. They've considered 24. True.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying about the keeper.
There's a particular comparison. I'm not sure I want to make it, but Leicester have scored more goals than Manchester United have scored this season. No, it is what it is, and it's just showing that.
And Manchester United actually is not 6th on the table, 5th on the table.
5th, and there's a reason why. It's how much you can keep it tight at the back. We have to say, and it's not.
It's not entirely Brendan Rodgers' fault. So are we going to attribute it to the Brendan Rodgers' cause that the man is cursed about on his 2nd season?
I don't believe it.
I'm just saying it looks like he's a cursed man on his 2nd season. During his time at Liverpool, he got unlucky with the slip and everything. His 2nd season, he was already into the 6th position. He got fired. True. Right? Celtic doing perfectly well.
2nd season.
No, it was not. It was actually doing 2nd season. It was 2nd season was already doing well before they they decided to acquire him. Leicester decided to acquire him. Getting to Leicester, 1st season he did good. 2nd season now. That cause when they come, even if it's not entirely his fault, but it's looking like cause is following him. It's a football cause.
I think that
there are some football. There are some
Leicester owners have chosen not to do the business the way they're supposed to.
And that's why the coach that affecting.
Okay, away from Leicester City and their costs or not. Let's go now to the Etihad, where Manchester City were imperial over Southampton. 4-0. They played, and I think it could have been more. Courtesy of how good City were on the day. Jack Cancelo opening the scoring, Phil Foden making it 2, Riyad Mahrez scoring, making himself also appear on the score sheet, and inevitable Haaland also getting a goal. That's what he is now. 15 goals in 9 games played. Give the man his flowers. Southampton, to say the very least, they were very interesting on the day. They had no shots on target. So beautiful game from Southampton.
From Southampton, are you whining me?
I'm just saying.
I've always said, I think I made mention of the fact that the owners of Southampton actually they need to be reviewed for the way they have so much confidence in Rafa Sonoto. If any manager is supposed to have been sacked for a while, it's Raf. Because his boys have been causing. They don't really play good football to an extent. They're just there to play, get a point, stifle you or get 3 points, and they will manage it to the end of the season. So now you are going to visit Manchester City. I fly Manchester City at the Etihad. You are not trying to keep it clean at the back. You're not trying to attack them. So what were you there to do? Give them all 3 points?
Mark attendance. And
it was so bad. Kudos to Jack Cancelo, man of the match, a goal and an assist. Could have had more.
Absolutely.
Kevin De Bruyne, 9th assist of the season in the Premier League. Then everybody was like, Man City has scored 3. Haaland is not scoring. So my guy came up with a surprise.
I'm here. And here, he made himself known. City went temporarily to the top.
For the Premier League, though.
I think everyone agrees.
No, some people are saying Arsenal.
We'll be talking about the Gunners in a bit. City were temporarily at the top of the table before Arsenal wrestled their spot back. That spot where they've been comfortably seated since the start of the season. We went to the Emirates. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. It ended and it was quite the game, which is a Sunday fixture. So I have skipped. I don't want to talk about City and Arsenal. You know, we'll go back to the Saturday fixture in a bit. No, let's talk about Arsenal taking on Liverpool. Talking about marquee fixture of the weekend. That was the Super Sunday fixture. And the game actually did deliver. 5 goals we had. Yeah. We have this fixture deliver a minimum of 3 goals, minimum. And we've been having this like this for the past few seasons. Mikel Arteta getting his first win over Jurgen Klopp's side. What a moment for him.
Well, it's reflected all over him after the final result. The way he celebrated and everything was obvious. I was actually happy for him to an extent. I'm a Liverpool fan, painful. But I was happy for Arteta because now I was part of the Arteta team when he got hired last season. I was like, this guy, for him to be under the tutelage of Guardiola, and it was just not under the tutelage. We had seen some instances where he had helped Guardiola out with some
making certain calls,
and it worked out well for the team. First season at Arsenal, he didn't really do overly well, but it was what it was. He got to where they needed for him to get to. Now this season, he got the needed players, got the needed reinforcements, and we are seeing where that is getting them to. They are first on the table. They faced the Liverpool that they are yet to beat, and that match, Liverpool Arsenal is the highest goal scoring fixture in the Premier League history. So we expected goals, and goals we got. Fine, Liverpool were not up to par regarding their own standard. They were not up to their standards at all. They have been having injuries and defensive crisis and all whatnot. But Arsenal, 58 seconds, they got a goal. That was how much intent they were on that match. Like, no, today we're going to get something out of it. So I bet some questionable calls in the game, but they deserved the 3 points. No gainsaying about that.
They were the better side for the better part of the game, absolutely. And we have to give a massive shout out to Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka. The youngsters actually came to the party for Mikel Arteta. It was
2 goals. First time he was scoring against Liverpool, and he made it 2.
Yeah, absolutely. What a game for him. And also notable mention, Darwin Núñez also getting a goal.
Darwin Núñez goal was superb.
It was a good goal.
Just apart from his goal, Darwin Núñez himself in the whole match, I was really impressed because of his runs. He had numerous chances. He had like 3 shots on target. Ramsey saved a couple, but that is goal. There was no way you can't catch goal as usual. But apart from his goals, his runnings, he created so much space, and I felt on another day Liverpool would have used more of his attributes to get something out of the game. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. They are facing their own issues right now.
And I mean, that says a lot why Liverpool are currently sitting 10th on the log, and on the 10th. In the
don't start with the 10th
of the year. Okay, they saw their number 10 as well. So
and now Luis Diaz is out for 10 games.
So the battle of the 10th. So hopefully November would be a better month for the.
And Trent is the 10th injured player this season. Who caused us?
Jurgen Klopp will have to answer that question, because if you ask me, now who I go ask. Moving away now, we're still in London apparently. Chelsea taking on Wolves. It was quite the game. We're having Diego Costa taking on his former side. So a lot of talking points in this game. But Wolves did not get anything from this one. Chelsea 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. On paper, I think we kind of expected it, because considering how poor Wolves have been in recent games,
to an extent,
they've been struggling. Chelsea absolutely needed to get. They need to give the new manager something, and apparently they did give him something.
Yeah, after winning in the Champions League 3-0, they brought that form to the Premier League and won again 3-0, even after making 7 changes to the previous starting lineup. So it still did not, derail them from playing out Wolves. They outplayed them in all capacity. To an extent, Wolves felt like the big man up top with the with the support of the flanky, the runners, the other guys would help him support and try and get a go at the list. But that was not meant to be, because Graham Potter's, I said it before, the international break helped a little, but now we are seeing a Graham Potter Chelsea, not anymore the Tuchel / Potter Chelsea. This is all Graham Potter's Chelsea. So it's looking good. That is the 3 still sponsoring Chelsea.
Yes.
So they got 3 goals The first game, the
Oh,
previous
okay.
game, got 3 goals.
Are we going by that?
Probably they'll get 3
We'll be
goals.
considering 3 next.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying
All
that.
right.
The third game will tell us what's up. I'm not saying that.
But hey, it was quite the
But
result
beautiful
for
goal
Chelsea.
for Amanda Broja.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I have a prospect. I have a young prospect that I like in each and every team. So for Chelsea, it's Amanda Broja. Yeah.
He has actually been, given a reason why he wants to get his starting in the starting lineup.
And they extended his contract with 6 more years. So that's no joke.
It shows the belief the club has in him.
He's one of the new guys to lead the project. I'm
And
pretty sure he's taking over the Oba's 9 when he drops it.
That'll be very interesting. Okay, moving away from that game, let's go over to Tottenham Hotspur and Brighton. That game, I mean, we were actually expecting fireworks. We got it, but we had to settle for a goal, and it was what a goal it was. Could say that the clutchman for Tottenham. Harry Kane, of course, getting maximum point for his club. This game, it's no. We can't even begin to explain how important it is for Tottenham. Seeing how they did not come to the party against Arsenal, but now getting 3 points off of Brighton that are high flying under a new manager as well. So, what a result do you think this is for Antonio Conte's boys?
I don't know. Conte is looking like the guy that is following in the trend of Jose Mourinho. You lose like a game or you lose 2 games back to back. The third game, nobody's making them lose the third game. I don't know how it is, but well, it is what it is. Antonio Conte is doing well. He's doing well. I was actually surprised that Brighton didn't get a goal for the fact that they have been swashbuckling. They are ready to kill you with many attacks. And you know how frail the defensive line of Tottenham is at the moment, which I was surprised at the beginning of the season because I felt like they should be more defensively solid. Because they are using this is Antonio Conte. You know how he's always solid at the back. Then depends on the counter attack. So, well, I think he came to play very well against Brighton, who had 2 big losses that day. They lost 1-0 at the house, and the Enoch Nwepu.
Unfortunate one, absolutely.
You can't. You have to stop playing football because of his heart condition, which is hereditary. So my guy had to retire at the age of 24, which is bad. As much as I hated him for scoring that sweet goal against Liverpool, it's bad not to see him play football again. And I wish him all the best. Absolutely,
and our heart surely goes out to him because what a way for the trajectory of your career to just change in a blink, which, I mean, talking about sports, talking about football, the career of footballers is so fleeting, of athletes is so fleeting.
The littlest
just one
circumstance,
debilitating injury or condition, as it were, Sergio Aguero. Now, Aguero had a long and illustrious career, but
Mwepu is just 24, and so heartbreaking. Look at Daniel James, the former England goalkeeper. I remember it was at the peak of his powers. Then he started to derail. Most people didn't know what happened, but this guy had a very, very, very freak accident at his house. Guess how he got accident? He was stretching to get the remote.
Ouch. And that's, I mean,
and that literally
even in the La Liga as well, having Courtois also,
and
it's just our heart goes out to him. But he did put out a statement, and he says he's still going to be in the game in some capacity. I mean, you don't go loving football for that long and just having to just entirely detour from it.
Yeah, he's still going to be in the football capacity. Probably as
coaching,
anything, administration,
something, right? But our heart goes out to him, and we hope he's able to, forge on and make something out of this one. Away from that one, Crystal Palace taking on Leeds United. Crystal Palace 2, Leeds 1. What a game it was. Leeds going ahead very, very early on in the game, courtesy Pascal Schrock. And then you had Hudson Edward and Iberici Eze getting maximum point for Crystal Palace. This game, I mean, 2 sides, we knew they were going to get goals. We just were wondering who's going to score more than the other.
And I was here saying it. I mentioned 4 players for Crystal Palace that were going to play properly well, and they were the 4 that contributed to the goals. Edward's goal was assisted by Olise, and Iberichi's goal was assisted by Zaha.
So the usual suspect.
Usual suspect. Well, Leeds missing Sinisterra to an extent.
Absolutely, I think they did. They missed what he had going on up front.
They missed it. But still, big kudos to Vieira. This is the 2nd win in the league, and very, very needed. At least to show that you are not just here for the Ogbono and the Widus, you are here to win too. And that should propel them to be able to at least step up their game. because they have been impressive, but not as much as it should be impressive in front of goal. Get the goals, get the points. You just don't play to get draws. You know what I'm saying?
Get maximum result.
Exactly.
I mean, it's going to show eventually, going to the end of the season. Let's see what exactly it is. Palace, you know, are they doing mid-tabling? Are they just want to stay safe and just guarantee your safety in the league, or try and build on something and use the youth you have and also a bit of experience next day to get something.
Same as Leeds too.
Absolutely.
I hope I wish he's a match well, because he's one of my favorite coaches in the league. He's an American coach, so it's hard to see an American coach in the Premier League, and I want to wish him,
you know, a long and illustrious career, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go now to I say United. Okay, it was a Sunday game. Manchester United, Everton taking on Manchester United at the Goodison Park. I mean, before we could say Alex Iwobi actually did score.
He will be you.
Yeah, right. He did score for Everton, which is credence to his form that he's currently on. But we had the Anthony of Manchester United, the man showing that wearing the shirt, no try me because he actually got the equalizer for United, and then you had Cristiano.
The inevitable.
Yeah, I should add
that's
that.
The
inevitable Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. Getting his 700th career club goal. See, I have to do it too. You need to respect your elders. That's what it is. And was I excited for? Absolutely. I keep calling him. That's not what his mother Christian name, just in case you're wondering. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo. But in this side of the world, yeah, he's nicknamed Dororo. And what a goal! What a moment! It was a winning goal. Capping 700 career club.
It's not easy.
Like, give it up for him. See, I'm so excited for him, as you possibly can tell, because when I hear Ronaldo being slandered, I always wonder, like, I'm sorry, talk to me again.
12 years.
When did you start watching football?
13 years old.
Because if you watch this man play, we're talking a career over a decade at the top. No, see, it's not just you've been playing; he's there. You see him, you'll be worried if he's playing against your team.
Exactly.
And to just take it from here, I've said enough. I feel strongly about this, as you possibly can see. But massive win for Eric Ten Hag's boys.
Very massive.
Going down early on against Everton, that have also been in very good form. And now getting 2 goals. And the goal scorers were very interesting for me. It was Anthony. He needed that for his confidence, trying to cement his stats, for United. And then having the inevitable man, the man who actually needs, he doesn't need any introduction, and what a win for Ten Hag's boys.
Yeah, what a win now. See, this game was actually meant to be tasty, and it was tasty. It will be it will be you. Come on, is
soft
right now. Nigeria's best player, and him thriving in midfield has to be credited to Frank Lampard. I love the way he gave this boy the confidence he needed, because to an extent, when he was playing for the Super Eagles at the Nations Cup that we lost out to, he was mostly playing in that same position, and he was doing superb for us, because Nigeria's our then coach Austin Eguavon saw this and utilized it to our utmost, and it was perfect. So for Everton, he's been doing great for them this season. Superb. He's person will say they nominate for player of the month. Yeah, it's not easy now. So
it says a lot.
Going into this game with that confidence, even had an assist in his previous game. That is this October. So it was September. He was player of the month nominee. He's going to get it again this October unless
something changes, something drastic actually
so
happens.
He got the beautiful goal. Then Anthony got his third goal, as in third goal back-to-back start for United. I think he's the first player to do that. So it's beautiful for him. Then you had the person that they have been saying, why did you get this guy in midfield? He started, that was, just in case you don't know, that was Casemiro's first Premier League start for Manchester United. And he ended up being their man of the match.
I think it was about time.
He ended up being their man. It was as an authoritatively their man. You can go check. It was the man of the match. He deserved the man of the match because he was everywhere, and it was just not everywhere. Look at the subtle, sweet, sublime through ball he gave to Cristiano Ronaldo. My guy. Oh, come on. Ronaldo came in as a substitute for what's his name, Anthony Martial, who I feel should not have been rushed back, because this guy should have been integrated as little as he could back into the team because of his injury. But I'm not the coaching staff. They rushed him back. Now he's back to an injury. Then you have Cristiano Ronaldo with his weaker foot. Boom! Does he even have a weaker foot though? Boom!
Yeah, actually,
because the goals he scored with his weaker foot pass on people go carry out at them total. I'm just
we're not
saying.
throwing shades.
I'm not sure. I'm not people, just
you know, we're just saying what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
And my guy scored and gave us.
He didn't give us seal. I wasn't even seal. As a matter of fact, I wanted
something in me said he was not going to do the seal, and I saw it happen, and he gave us a new one. That's
what we are doing
finally.
Now. Massive confidence boost. It is. I don't think wherever goes low on confidence, but it's always good to top up the tank. Absolutely. And whoever United are playing next, which is Newcastle, that game.
That one is another game.
I'm doing like this. I wanna watch it. You know. I'm all ready for that fixture because we're going to get fireworks, absolutely.
Plenty fireworks.
Eddie Ten Hag, both young managers. I mean, building the team they want, you know, and all that.
That's the proper line to do. Like, these guys are in a state of rebuild. They are building the team to us. I just said it.
To their specifications, you know?
And see, if Eric Ten Hag does not start Cristiano the next game, I have to call his number.
We're going to get problems.
Serious problems.
Ten Hag, call me. Yeah.
Serious problems.
You know, call me. Away from that, let's talk about, I think, Forest's woes just continue. Nottingham Forest 1, Aston Villa 1. They got a goal early on. Emmanuel Dennis was the goal scorer, the Nigerian. And then we had Ashley Young make it level for Aston Villa. What a goal it was from Ashley Young. 1-1, it stands, it ends. And Forest still need to do something, you know. So they need to find a way to stay on in the league, and which is looking very, very unlikely, we should say.
It's looking very unlikely for them. They are the second most unfortunate team in the Premier League right now. Like truly they are unfortunate. It's not like an abuse. It's the way Nigerians see. It's the way we term unfortunate. It's the way Nigerians.
I just see that coming.
Yeah, you know, it's the way Nigerians term unfortunate. The word unfortunate
is bad.
They're bad. Like they're very, very bad at the moment, and it is painful to see because Leicester's Leicester season is on their own. They have a league on their own. So
the battle of relegation,
right? Leicester is on their own. Then Nottingham, well, the 23 players they got affected them a whole lot.
Absolutely.
For Miranikis, that is the owner of Nottingham Forest, to give Steve Cooper a 3-year extension amidst all this relegation crisis. That means he too understand the fact that this is the same person that brought us from the championship last season when we were struggling
to get into the
Premier League. And I know for a fact, I'm just saying I know for a fact that I and my team were the architect of what is happening because we changed a lot of the players.
Too much.
And it will take them a while to integrate.
Unfortunately, the Premier League does not afford you that time.
But I watched the match against Aston Villa yesterday to an extent.
They play good.
That's what I was saying. They are getting to know each other as much as they're meant to know each other. Emmanuel Dennis getting his first goal for them, beautiful. But you cannot defend that kind of goal because Ashley rewinded the times back when he was young and scored a beautiful goal. Come on,
bars. I think his Baba is trying to take a career up in music, but we'll see how that goes.
I can't sing.
You might try rap it, you know, and I will do auto tune and do some stuff. But I mean, what a run of form it is for Nottingham Forest, and which is one form I think they want to lose very, very quickly, and they had better lose it, to say the very least. Let's move now to the La Liga, where the chase for the title is on, absolutely, and the two top teams are not willing to drop the baiting. We first had on Saturday Real Madrid taking on Osasuna, and they got the much-needed win in that particular game. I think they knew what they needed to do, and absolutely, beg your pardon, it was Getafe. The week before was Osasuna, beg your pardon. So Getafe knew, Real Madrid won, and what a game. The unlikeliest of goal scorers has to be Eder Militao. 3 points in the bag for Real as early on as the 3rd minute, and that was it. Ping, ping. Yes. Lucky throw away 3 points in the bag.
Yes, and once Luka Modric gave the ball to Militao to head home, as his name implied, everything ended.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything. After the 3rd minute, Manu like, I don't think we can score these boys. Boys, go lock up the back.
And they did.
Lunin is having a good time. Instead of the injured Thibaut Courtois. This is like the second. No, okay, this is second clean sheet, not back to back. Yeah. But second clean sheet, and it's looking good. But this is the championship. I said champion. I beg your pardon. This is the champion material we know them for. you know you can't outplay this. You know you can't outscore them. You know you can't do more than the one goal you scored. Leave it at that. Make sure you are defensively solid and your midfield is compact enough to withstand in how much pressure. Because I know for the fact that Getafe plays like Brighton. They will come at you from beginning to the end. Even though their defense is porous,
they'll get a goal. Yeah, they'll try to
get a goal. So, kudos to Real Madrid.
Absolutely.
Kudos to Real Madrid. At least 3 points in the bag. Still behind Barcelona in the
on goal difference. They're tied on points.
So, like I said, I wish them to win 3-0. I wish Barca to win 3-0. So we have a good.
Continue, right?
But they released 2 goals each. So still nice.
Yeah, very interesting.
Still
absolutely.
Nice.
We had Barca taking on Celta Vigo, a team that has been their bogey team for Celta always finds a way to get something and just pinch Barca where it hurts. But they were unable to do that over the weekend. Barca won, Celta Vigo nil. The goal coming courtesy the workhorse, Pedri.
The golden boy.
Absolutely. And what a form he is in for Xavi, what a form he is in for Barca, as well as for himself. And, I mean, it's going to also, come back and tell for his national team as well. I look at it, I watch him play, and I'm like, bro, don't you get tired at some point? You don't run out of energy. You start very, very, and I mean, he's not the likeliest of goal scorers, but it was a deserved goal for him, and 3 points in the bag for...
3 points in the bag. He's not the likeliest of goal scorers, but when called upon, he's one of the most precise goal scorers. Like, he knows how to pick out the angles.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right times, and everything. Well, my wish and hope and prayer for Pedri is that I hope all this running would not affect him in like 10 years' time when he's meant to be at the peak of his powers and his legs are already aging because of all the running he's done. This same young man, he's on 70-something appearances 2 seasons ago.
He played every game
available, both for country and for club. So now the following season, he started to have the niggling problems of fatigue, constant playing. Then this season, he's literally come back to what he was before the 2 seasons ago, playing every game available to him. He's not bad, especially if he's needed, and we all know how much he can press. Before you get the ball off Pedri, you go.
Is how press resistant he is for me, and I look at him. I'm just wondering what the next 5 years would be like for him.
That is the scary
part.
What
a machine is going to be in that position.
What is the next 5 years going to hold for Pedri, Gavi, and Ansu Fati for Madrid and for Barcelona?
I can't wait to see, and I hope they stay injury free.
And I hope to God they
enjoy this game.
They maintain it like that, and you don't start to do the Pedri and Mavic Gavi.
Ouch. Okay, but Barca are balling right now.
They are balling right now.
I think this game would have expected that Lewandowski just get a goal, but I mean, at this point, I don't think anybody in Barca will be complaining. 3 points was the most important thing.
Why would they be complaining? It's part of the highest goal scorers right now. So how would they be complaining? They don't have the right to complain, if you ask me.
Okay, that's what Isabella says. And let's talk about Atletico Madrid as well before we move away from the La Liga. We had Atletico finally, trying to just get something. Atletico 2, Girona 1. Korea getting a double in this game. And Girona tried to fight back, but they were unable to actually do any damage eventually. I mean, Atletico did get maximum point. What is this win? What do you think is going to do for the confidence of those boys? Because we see Atletico have been floundering. They're this way today, they're that way.
Exactly.
You can't even say the Atletico you're going to expect to see the next game, and which is not the Diego Simeone's team. You expect compactness. You expect, composure. You just expect them to be better in total. But what are we expecting from them next few games?
If we say solidity, I'm not sure we are going to see that, because it's looking like the pressure is getting to Simeone. The fact that people want him to play an attacking kind of football because he has he has firepower in his team to do that. You just talked about Angel Correa. There is João Felix. There is Yoni Carrasco.
You also have the 60th minute man.
Antoine Griezmann. Actually, I was about to say Antoine. This win felt like a double celebration to them because it has been confirmed, signed, sealed, and delivered. They bought Antoine Griezmann for £20 million.
What a deal!
20 million euro plus 4 million euro add-ons. That's more than a deal, because see, Atletico did Barcelona dirty. In the signing of Antoine Griezmann, they did Barcelona dirty. You sold this guy to these people for 160 million, if I'm not mistaken. You decided to get him back on loan. After getting him back on loan, 20 million. You sold him for 20 million. I mean, like, you bought him back for 20 million. So you made
quite a bit of money. What business it was?
I don't want to be counting the money, but they made a whole lot of money for them. But let's go back to the team and the games and how I feel they will move on from this. If they can, how do I put it, go back to the Atletico we know them for. Play your defensive game.
Just try and be solid at the
back. Yes,
and
depend on the counter attack as much as you can. Try and look for a way. You have to be playing counter attacking football with the players you have. You'll be doing good. João Felix is good at that position. You have the Griezmann. I can't call him Griezmann. I just have to put the Griezmann because come on.
And the next game has to be a cracker. Was definitely the Play Athletic Club and Athletic Bilbao. Just in case you're wondering,
yeah, I know.
They give it to us 100. They always come good
with the brothers, with the Williams.
It's quite the combination. It's beautiful.
It's something to see.
And that game for me, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let's see if Atletico will continue. Third and fourth matching up. It's going to be quite the game. Away from the La Liga, let's stop over now at the Serie A, where we had some very, very tasty fixtures in that one. Inter finally getting the first win out of their last 3 games. So something finally is changing, I guess. Sassuolo 1, Inter Milan 2. Edin Dzeko, the goal scorer, are getting a brace in this one. David Fratesi trying to get... No, Sassuolo, he pulled Sassuolo level, but Dzeko was like, no, this is my shirt. I'm running things here. And he run things, he did 3 points. And I feel like this result is very important for Inter, seeing how they've also been floundering this season. They've not been giving us, that premium.
Inter.
What can we say is wrong with Inter, though? Because it's not for lack of firepower. But one thing we have to say is the fact that I think the people that usually come in with the goals, that deliver they're always given. Courtesy Martinez, I'm just saying. It's not been Martinez, apparently.
Martinez has not been Martinez, as you've said. Lukaku that they bought has been on the injury table for as long as I can remember. Though their hopes have been placed on Edin Dzeko with support from Chanadlogo and
Barella as well.
Nico Barella. So if you are putting all your hopes on a 33-year-old Edin Dzeko, that tells how much you need to reinforce your front line. But I know they were banking on Lautaro Martinez to keep firing, but he missed the sitter in this game. He missed the sitter in this game, and he's been missing sitters prior to this.
This season, absolutely. Last season, no. This season, yes.
Season, he's been very, very off form, and it's one of the things affecting them. Because if you ask me about their defense line, they are trying. Although Milan Skriniar himself has been on and off this season, but at least he's putting more solidity than Lautaro Martinez or any one of the front 3 minus Edin Dzeko combined. He's been having his own day at the office. And Andanovic actually helped Inter Milan a bit in this game because
it was Onana actually in goal.
I beg your pardon. Onana helped a bit in this game because
he kept Inter in.
Yeah,
point blank saves.
Yeah. And you have to watch out for the guy that scored the goal for Sassuolo, Fratesi. He's been one of the most impressive midfielders in the Serie A this season, and he's a very, very young lad. He had multiple contacts with Premier League and Bundesliga teams in the transfer window. So he's one to watch.
Absolutely. So let's say if perhaps we're going to see Inter get back, just give us something, like the title chase you gave us last season.
Exactly.
We love that, absolutely. Milan taking on Juventus. AC Milan 2, Juventus nothing. So I have to put in nothing. It's nil, but it's nothing because Fikayo Tomori, wall at the back, still banging in goals up front. I'm proud, absolutely. Brahim Diaz, what a celebration! The energy, the passion. My man was like, "This is my shirt.
This is my shirt number. This is my shirt number."
2-0 for Milan. Milan, we have to say, outplayed and outscored Juventus.
Totally.
And deservedly, sir.
So we have, this is October. You have November, just 1 more month, and a few more weeks into December. And I want to see if you don't end up firing.
Why are you after this man's job?
Because he's doing nothing. I'll literally
They're just languishing in 8th place.
Why? We are talking about Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. But there are certain things you are seeing that is wrong with Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. Tell me one problem you see that's wrong with Juventus.
I can't put a finger on it.
He's the manager. It has to be the manager. None of the players you got, none of your quality players you got is out injured or out
or struggling.
None.
And Vlahovic, all these young boys.
You have firepower for days.
I don't know.
And you are floundering this month.
But they're enjoying the 8th place where they are seated right now.
Well, I'm so sure Pavel Nedved and co aren't enjoying that. And I'm so sure they are going to be looking into it as soon as they can. Pochettino is out of the market. Get Pochettino. Pochettino will do perfect with this. Yes! Pochettino will do better than what Allegri is doing for Juventus. I don't know, maybe Allegri has lost his coach, has lost his dressing room. Because I know Allegri to hold a certain amount of respect, and is the way you play is you play like, okay, you want to come and play me, let me see how you want to come and pass the midfield line before you even get to the back line. But you're not seeing that anymore.
You know what's interesting for me? This is Juve's second loss of the season. It doesn't feel like so though. It feels like they've lost more,
almost everything.
You know, seeing how they set up and all that. But hey, we'll see if perhaps someone's going to be handed his working papers soon. That remains, you know, we're going to be watching how that shapes up. Udinese 2, Atalanta 2, the cracker of the game we were all looking forward to, and it did not disappoint. 4 goals we had in that particular one. Did I mention how stunning the goals were? We had Ademola Lookman opening the scoring for Atalanta, and then you had Muriel from the penalty spot converting for Atalanta 2-0. So we were like, okay, what's happening in this game? Is that it? Udinese responded and said, no, we still have something in our sleeves. They came back from 2 goals down, and Gerard Deulofeu, what a game he had, what a goal he had, as well as Perez. I mean, it was the game of the goals, right? We had stunners of goals. It was quite exciting, and we were looking second, taking on 3rd place, and the game did not disappoint.
At all, it didn't feel disappointing. They got the goal as for the 10th minute. The first goal came in. Look, Luis Muriel, this one was his low cross to find Ademola Lookman, smashed it on. And the same Muriel, provider turned goal scorer this time. He won the penalty, then converted. That's his 12th goal against his former side, Udinese.
He loves them, apparently.
Against your former side.
He loves them. That's it.
As I would say, I would not break your leg before you even come.
Football no violence.
So then, that gave the second half, and come on, did you see Gerard Deulofeu's free kick?
I did. It was
his first goal of the season, but he's been having beautiful.
Okay.
He has been having a beautiful season for them. I think he's had 3 assists prior to that match, and that who is catching that free kick?
There's certain things you just let it go. You know, like I respect you, I applaud you.
Yeah,
thank you for scoring me.
That free kick was reminiscent of the person that was donning that shirt number, that made that shirt number a revered one for Atalanta Udinese, in the person of Antonio Di Natale. He looked exactly like he was. He looked like him. Even before the free kick, after the free kick, it was, oh, this is Di Natale, nonsense. And look at the equalizer for Pereira squaring the ball for him to smash home. And this is what I expect in the Premier League to an extent. This is what I expect.
Some feistiness, some competition.
That's what I'm saying. Play yourself out. Don't expect that this one is going to run you over. Don't expect that because, oh, this one has to be... No. Atalanta were they will score you like 50. But Udinese were ready for them. Okay, Atalanta got 2 first half goals.
And if there is one club I'm very impressed with in the Serie A so far this season, Udinese has to be it.
Big time.
I've been very, very impressed. I look at them like, oh, that's nice, you know.
Yes, now.
I've been so excited. Their play... And they're not respecting anybody.
At all. They could have had more than that 2 goals against Atalanta. Atalanta owned the first half.
It was Udinese's game.
Atalanta owned the first half and got the only 2 goals they deserved in the first half. Udinese, whereas who owned the second half, they got 2 goals where they deserved at least 4 in that game.
If they had been more clinical.
If they had more clinical, they had at least 4 games. And the fact that Isaac Success is still at Udinese tells a little bit as I'm just saying though, you could have had a goal, you could have had an assist as well, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
2-2, it ends, or it ended. Let's go now to that game that I didn't think Cremonese were going to cause Napoli trouble, and they didn't cause them trouble.
They were going to get
but it looked like they were going to cause them trouble because Napoli scored 1 and Cremonese leveled 1-1. And I was like, Napoli, okay, is this it? And they apparently said no, in the person of Simeone. Giovanni Simeone getting the 2nd goal, Lozano the 3rd, and Matias Oliveira getting the 4th. A comprehensive win for Napoli, absolutely. I mean, you've been saying, I've not been agreeing with you, that Napoli looking like they're going to get a Scudetto this season.
See, I've been saying they are my own favorite for the Scudetto. They have, oh, come on, Napoli are playing beautiful football. Even after Cremonese got the equalizer, I was like, oh. Because the play is not good like 6 or 7. You can ask Ajax. Or ask, okay. Yes.
Okay. That's mean, but still.
Yeah, look at Simeone's equalizer. The guy was off airlines, Simeone Airlines. Then Kvaratskhelia didn't get a goal, but he was overly impressive. Got
a really good
penalty. Got an assist. Politano, beautiful. Zambo, beautiful. As well. Come on.
I think that's
Lozano,
that's
beautiful.
Been the success for
and them without
Osimhen.
Come on. If Osimhen now come back, uncle.
I don't want to think about it. I'm sure that Napoli are going to enjoy and love that, but for opponents, you should be worried.
No problems. No problems. I hope he's not back until he plays the second leg. Even if he's back, I hope his legs is in the chicken feed.
Ouch. That hurts. That's mean. It's your countryman. Yeah. FYI. Roma taking on Lecce. The game was bittersweet for Jose Mourinho's boys. Talking about the fact that Chris Smalling, what an header, pinpoint, perfect.
Back-to-back goals.
Everything nice and sweet. Paulo Dybala from the spot. Scoring and then going off with an injury. But before that, we had Gabriel Strafeza pulling one back for Lecce, and it was 1-1 before Dybala got the winning goal. But it got the winning goal at a cost from the penalty, because it's looking like it's going to be out for a while. We hope not, but
we hope not. But it has been confirmed that it's going to be out, and his World Cup place is in serious doubt. If your World Cup place is in serious doubt and you are representing Argentina, that means you are not going to the World Cup. Because that position you are in, you have 10 other players performing at the highest level, and they are ready to take up your spot. So you just come back from injury and you're still trying to get
match fitness.
It's going to be very, very hard.
So which is why I said it was a win, but I don't think Jose wanted it like that, and the way he came back.
Lecce reduced to 10 man after Chris Smalling got that header. They got their equalizer after, but kudos to their goalkeeper. Lecce's goalkeeper, they could have considered at least 6. Tammy Abraham was, I can't say he was wasteful, he tried his best, but the keeper was up to the task, stop them from scoring as much as possible. Jose Mourinho will feel this was a loss
and
more than a win.
Losing Dybala is...
This is a star boy, they have lost Dybala, and the only person that can replicate what he does as much is he too is out with the red card. That's Nicolas Zaniolo. He didn't play that game, he still has 2 more games to go.
Suspension,
yeah. So I just hope this is not too much on Dybala. I hope so, because my man was in tears.
And for me, I think that says the severity of the injury, unfortunately. So wishes were us. Let's move away now to the Bundesliga, where we had the Klassiker. It was quite the game. Dortmund 2, Bayern Munich 2. It was quite a game for Goretzka. What a goal.
What a goal. What a goal.
It was good. And then you had Leroy Sané as well, doubling it. That was in the second half, and it was 2-0. And it was like, okay, is this it? I mean, considering the fact that Bayern have thrashed and annihilated Dortmund in the last 7 meetings. And then you're having Yusufa Moukoko. I'm so excited for him.
Very, very
getting a goal in that one, and what a goal that was. And then you had Anthony Modeste. Finally, the Villiers one coming like, look at me. Now, if it was a draw, but you have to feel like a win for Dortmund. It
felt like a win for Dortmund. Their coach was crying at them.
Is it easy?
It's not easy. It's not easy.
You get a point of Bayern?
It's just not getting the point of Bayern. Getting the point of Bayern after it seemed like you had lost the game already. See, this is how the Klassiker should be. We should be seeing goals, but we should be seeing a winner at least. But that winner should not be Bayern Munich all the time.
Let's give us a competition.
Yes, and to an extent, they did. I was saying before that this was the JM versus the JB show. Jamal Musiala versus the Jude Bellingham show. Musiala came up with 2 beautiful assists for the goals. Bellingham didn't even have to come up with any assists.
He matched out that midfield quite well.
Come on, he was more than solid. Then you had the young lad, Moukoko, who is having a good run in the absence of Sebastian Haller. He and Adeyemi are having a good run, because Modeste was the one who was brought into fielding the spot for him. But he's been stopgap. So these young lads have been trying to hold their own spot.
And how did they have?
Yeah. Look at Mokoko's goal, beautiful. Then the winner, I mean, like the equalizer.
That felt like a winner.
At the 95th minute or something. And I'm happy for Dortmund. I'm happy for the way they rallied back after Kingsley Coman got sent off. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Okay, let's see. I mean, the battle for supremacy, of course, is still on in the Bundesliga. Yeah. Let's see who's going to be taking it. And we can't wait to see what that actually does, just pose. Let's move on out to the Ligue 1 where we had...
the two big boys.
The game was interesting, but not in terms of goals, because they didn't deliver the goals. Reims nil, they held Paris Saint-Germain to a goalless draw. PSG went down to 10 men at some point in that game. The red card going to none other than Sergio Ramos. And that game...
Why did you say none other? Could have been Danilo Pereira.
It gets red quite often.
Could have been Marquinhos.
It gets red quite often.
How about Neymar?
Excuse you. There are levels to it. Neymar delivers goals and assists. Ramos delivers yellows and reds.
Ramos,
he's quite the man. He's quite the man, absolutely. Yeah, so shout out to him right there. Okay, let's. Did you see PSG not scoring a goal? We need to talk about the UCL, but let's talk about this one.
I didn't see. I didn't see the whole of PSG not scoring a goal. Come on, if nobody is scoring a goal, go give the ball to Christopher Glide, like your coach. He's going to score a goal.
Ouch.
Whereas nobody decided. How come? How would you do that? The weekend. Whereas their main opposition that is looking like in this season in the La Liga, Ligue 1, Olympique Marseille. No, Olympique Marseille actually, who have been not beaten, they got beat at home, 2-1.
It was an opportunity for them to just get back.
That distance, just give them that distance. You decided to draw points, and they meet next in 2 weeks' time. So I feel it's going to be. Yeah.
And for me, the overachievers for me so far in the league has to be L'Oreal.
Did
I see them being there? But it's still early. We know what 10 games played, and they're showing what they're made of. Absolutely. Let's stop over now in the UCL. Champions League returns this evening. I'm sure you're as excited as I am. Juventus they need to give us, a feedback. They're not delivering in the Serie A, but let's see if they can come back to the Champions League and give us something. Maccabi Haifa taking on Juventus. All right, so the reverse fixture, we already saw that one last weekend.
I see them winning. Continue.
Okay. Copenhagen, Man City, they were thrashed and annihilated.
They will continue where they stopped. They scored 5 the last time, right?
So they will score what this time?
I think like 7.
Be kind.
Okay. I'm kind.
PSG taking on Benfica. Benfica have been, they've been very impressive. PSG need to give us something.
Yeah, they stopped PSG from winning the previous that game, and they made that their group wide open for the two of them.
Absolutely.
Now we don't know who's going to finish top of the group. This is the game that's going to decide who's going to finish top of the group.
So, do you see PSG taking this one?
They can. They might not.
Okay.
They just
pick a side.
No, they know, because if they had destroyed Reims over the weekend, I would have said, oh,
it's all PSG.
It's all PSG, because that annoyance of drawing, they took it on Reims, and they're going to forward it back to the person that made them draw.
Benfica.
Yeah, but whereas they finished Milan, they jumped to Ewedu. How sure are we they are not going to be on Ogbono?
Be kind. It's the least you can do.
I'm just saying.
Dortmund coming off of that very impressive draw over Bayern, taking on Sevilla that have not been Sevillian. So Dortmund, how many goals we've seen?
So Sevilla is Sevilla. So
what are you expecting?
That's 7. So they scored 5 the first game.
Yeah.
They're going to complete the rest today.
Okay. Milan taking on Chelsea. Milan did not come complete. This is
the game I want to see today. Because I see every football fan minus Chelsea fans were angered at the way Milan played.
I was like, excuse you, didn't forget your boot at home. What are you doing?
Yeah, we were expecting a cracker of a game. Then they decided not to give us cracker, they gave us Costa. We decided, okay, that one go day. This time around, if they do not see Chelsea as their main, like, come on. If I was Pioli, I would tell my boys, this is the Champions League final.
You win or you win.
Final.
You win or you win.
You have to win.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Not just win. A statement win. Don't let them they
were outplayed last time out, and it was not a game we expected.
They were thrown inside the pot. I don't know what to.
And they were cooked. They were cooked. To say the very. I saw what you did there. Shakhtar Donetsk taking on Real Madrid. The reverse fixture gave us 3 goals in favor of Real. Benzema was unlucky not to score, but it showed how much of a bond Shakhtar were able to create at the back, just trying to break it. Madrid, of course, they will throw a lot at you.
Yes.
And what a goal it was, absolutely. What a beautiful goal. So Shakhtar now, they are home. They're welcoming Real. What are we expecting in this game?
Oh, goals again. Goals again.
But you think Shakhtar getting something?
That's what I want to say now. I feel that if Shakhtar can get an early goal, it will be very hard for Real Madrid, because we know how Real Madrid were 2 goals ahead the previous game. Shakhtar got 1. And as much as as much as Benzema, Vini, Rodrigo were trying to get goals, they did not see. To an extent, Benzema especially was unlucky. He had balls hit the bar and everything.
Yeah.
But I do not see a barren draw. I
expect goals.
I see goals, but Madrid, 60% they can win it.
Okay, well, I mean, it's Real after all, so let's see what we're going to be getting in that game. For tomorrow's fixtures, the marquee games, all right, Napoli taking on Ajax. Napoli annihilated Ajax at Amsterdam, and it was quite the win. They thrashed,
destroyed
Ajax. But now, Napoli now are home, you know. They are killing and annihilating everybody in the Serie A anyway, and now they're just welcoming Ajax to their circle. So what are we expecting from this one?
Ajax won't do anything to amend their defeat or avenge their defeats.
What if they do?
How?
Okay, I'm just saying it's football, yeah.
Max, 1 goal. That doesn't mean Napoli won't score 3. Just saying.
It's going to be quite the game, absolutely.
Just saying.
Atletico Madrid taking on Club Brugge. Club Brugge, they've been the boss. You know, you're seeing them top of group that has Atletico, Porto. I didn't see it coming.
Nobody saw this coming.
They had to concede the goal.
That's the baddest.
You know, and they're going to the Wanda now. So what are we expecting? You're
going to the Wanda where the home side are the ones known not to concede goals, whereas now you're the one going on a clean slate. If I was Club Brugge's coach, I would let them know, boys, forget about scoring.
Just keep it tight at the back.
If you go out of this game with 0-0, I'm happy.
No.
No, I'm just saying, if I was going to let them know, I'm happy. If you go out to this game 0-0, that means you have put yourself on a very, very good place to qualify out of the group.
Absolutely.
As group
and
leaders,
if they get 1 point, I think they're done.
They're done. As group leaders, that's what I'm saying. Just keep it. If you are lucky to score a goal, then I don't want to see anybody pass the midfield again. Just dig back.
Absolutely. Okay. Leverkusen taking on Porto, so that I think Group B right there. So Atletico have been the what's it called,
the big boys.
The big boys that are warming the bottom. Yeah. Unfortunately. So
and that will be Xabi Alonso's first Champions League game.
Yeah. For against Porto.
Yeah. His first game was in the league and he won 4-0 convincingly beautiful. So are we going to see how that one is going to
play out? It's going to be very interesting. Absolutely. Rangers is taking on Liverpool. Liverpool gave us something different last week, talking about tactical changes and all. They were able to replicate that against Aston in the league.
They employed that formation.
Yeah, but it's like they kept on going back to a 4-3-3.
Yeah,
the boy kept on reverting back to factory settings. So to speak.
It's not easy acclimatizing to a new formation, especially when the formation. This is the same formation you guys have been playing for years. So
minimum 5
years. So trying to change is going to be fun.
Rangers have been struggling. So
no, I see Liverpool defeating Rangers at the Ibrox. No matter what Rangers brings to the party. Luis Diaz is out for a couple of as long as possible. Trent is out. Robo is the only one back in fit. So as much as Liverpool have players out, they have massive players who are still going to do the party.
So the question is, will they come to the party?
They are definitely going to come to the party because that defeat against Arsenal was painful to say the least. Because Arsenal deserve the win.
Absolutely.
They deserve the win.
Just give us that.
Yeah, Liverpool tried in that game.
Did they?
They tried.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they should be holding Michael Oliver and the VAR accountable.
Okay, there is that.
Yeah.
Barcelona taking on Inter Milan. Inter got the better of Barca last time out at the San Siro. 1-0 it was. Barca now needs to give us, just give us something. They've lost to the 2 big boys in their group. I mean, you lost to Victoria. I beg your pardon. You annihilated Victoria. You lost to Bayern. You lost to Inter. Now you are home at the Camp Nou. What are we expecting Barcelona to do?
Try and get all 3 points. Anything short of 3 points, they are definitely going to be looking at the Europa League like, woo, are we back here?
We're back again.
We're back again.
Like we never left.
And that is going to be so comical because Barcelona spent all those money they did not have, got all those free agents, free players they did, like they were not used to, and they are now trying to go back to the Europa League. Are they going to make us see a Robert Lewandowski playing the Europa League? We are still trying to come to terms with Cristiano Ronaldo playing the Europa League. So they want to add
It's going to be quite exciting. It just makes the Europa League more exciting to watch. I mean, Thursday night football, premium content. If I was Europa, I'm going to see. I'll be putting I just got my billboard. Like, can you see me?
Yes, that honestly, that would be the biggest. That would be the biggest advert.
And imagine Barca facing Manchester United for some reason.
Ronaldo just playing the Europa League alone is enough. Enough attention. Is enough.
What a game that would be! Victoria plays in taking on Bayern Munich. Bayern showed them what they were made of last time out. Would they continue where they left off?
Oh, 1,000,000%. They are going to now.
Okay.
Their secret is out in the open.
Tottenham taking on Frankfurt. The last game was bleh, to say the very least.
I expect another bleh.
Oh, that would be sad though. I don't want.
At least they should give us one goal, but their performance will still be.
Okay, let's see if Antonio Conte's boys will come to the party, because we expect them to give us something. They are home now. I know the fixtures, congestion and all of that, it is telling a lot of players, a lot of clubs. They play back to back. For fans, from our perspective, we're seeing Champions League football every week. Nice, but beautiful. I don't think it's that exciting for the players that have to do this rigorous activities. Every week, play twice in, it's not. Okay.
Especially October. Where some teams have 10 games.
It's crazy.
11 games.
To say the very least. It's crazy. The average is about 9. So we are enjoying it as the fans that we are, but let's see if our boys will be able to handle the pressure. It's about time for us to get ourselves, out of the studio. But of course, let's keep the conversation going on across our socials. We are there, so talk to us. We'd like to hear from you. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The handle is at SEETV Live, and on Instagram and TikTok, we are at SEETV Live 1. So let us hear your thoughts, your predictions about the games going down this evening, and the ones also happening tomorrow. Thursday night fixtures are also there. We'll be talking about that in a minute. Not today, all right? We'll get to talk about it in the next edition of the show. From me and Isabel, we are saying adios and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Michael Oliver, you still with my explanation.
And TikTok, we love you. Thank you for hanging with us. We appreciate you. And feisty and fiercely contested games of football we have seen so far this season, and many more to come surely. The champion put your football knowledge to the test. You stand a chance to win up to 5 GB of data. All you have to do is to follow us across our social media.